So after 3 years of going back and forth, the NCAA has handed down a punishment to Tennessee, the University of Tennessee football program. There were 200 infractions that the staff committed during Jeremy Pruitt's era there.
Yeah.
The NCAA has put them on probation for 5 years, but they did avoid the postseason ban. Now, in lieu of that, they were fined $8 million, which means that that's the money they would have made 2 years in a postseason game. So that's kind of why they came up with that number. They also got to vacate all wins in any games in which their 16 individual sanctioned players participated. That's the stuff that I really struggle with, taking losses away. So that means everything changes, right? If you're a media guy, or you're the SID,
okay,
and you got to redo that media
the
guy.
Whole media.
You got to redo. You know, I mean, it changes everything.
It does.
How can you just change?
I
you just make like the whole Penn State deal. How do you just take away the wins and losses?
I see. To me, that's useless.
It really is. It's stupid.
It's meaningless, and it is stupid.
It is probably the dumbest thing the NCAA does.
Because fans at the game or who watched that game, they know who won the game. So that's always going to be, we killed Louisville in the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, well, no. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It didn't happen.
No. Well, you mean I was there. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw us win.
It's just stupid.
That is ridiculous.
Additionally, the school has cut 28 scholarships from their roster, and that'll be over 5 years. Now, they did do a good job, at least according to reports. They did self-impose quite a bit. They self-imposed 16 scholarship reductions over the last 2 years. So they have been hit with some other recruiting restrictions, basically some stuff with unofficial and official visits. So I think now, what's his name? Who's the coach? Josh Heupel.
Josh Heupel.
You know, he can now kind of just take the program in the right direction.
Yes.
He can kind of move on from this. You know, $8 million is a steep fine, but it is the SEC. I'm sure they can make that up.
I'm sure they got
something.
like two guys to say, "Hey, here's $4 million," and the other guy, "I got $4 million. Here you go."
People always say that, but they're not out there.
Oh, they're there, Rock.
I don't think it's just that easy.
I've been around those guys.
Okay, but you were around those guys 25 years ago.
$4 million.
That's not like, hey, let's just call the owner of Wright Toyota. He's a big ASU guy, and just say, I need a check for $4 million to make good on this. That doesn't happen. People say it does, and it doesn't, because no one can go on record and say, hey, Mr. XYZ, John Doe just wrote a check for $4 million.
They're not going to do that.
They can have an extra spring day and open up for the fans, and they can charge, and they'll make their money back.
Well, that could be a possibility. But look, there are people out there, even in this day and age, because big money is still very plentiful, and I'm just telling you.
I disagree.
That boosters, you have to be around the SEC to understand it, because there is nothing that takes the place in Tennessee of SEC football.
I get that. But when it comes to $8 million,
I'm well aware
that it's not. Like, I can say, hey, can you write a check for $50,000, or can you give this kid a car? I mean, that stuff happens all the time. But writing these fat checks because they did something wrong, the boosters basically say, okay, it's okay to do that then.
Yes, yeah.
Here's $4 million.
What do you think happened when SMU got the death penalty?
Can you stop? You and Minucci stop going back?
No,
that's not reality now.
I'm telling you,
30 years ago.
I'm well aware of that. But
40 years ago,
I'm telling you, what happened is big money boosters in Dallas, all that oil money. That's where the money came from.
Times are different. They don't do that like they used to.
Not 36
no,
years
there's
ago,
not
Jimmy.
different.
I disagree. Mark May's going to join us next.
You watch Mark May. He'll weigh in on this.
All right, let's see. He's next.